Yellow. You can see the bottom of that.
Yep, barely.
Nobody cares, right? You guys don't care about that? Of course not. Okay, Jeffrey, here's what I'm thinking. Number one, I'm very warm.
You've said that 6 times.
Number two, I think...
Go put a t-shirt on.
Okay. BRB.
Unbelievable. Hey, I'm ready to go, Jeff. Let's film. Okay, coming. Oh, I'm not ready yet. I actually need 15 more minutes. So you just sit there and do nothing. Ba, 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 ba.
Okay, now I'm ready. Ready?
Yep.
Hello, everyone, and Jeffrey, are you ready?
No.
You said yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
board games.
And exactly, just kidding, all about
Board games.
And
board gamey things.
Why are you being extra?
Because you cut me off. Damper.
You're being your dampener. I don't like the word damp. Do you think the word damp is worse than the word moist?
No, I don't think so.
Ooh,
Damp.
You're very damp.
Ugh.
Versus you're moist.
That's gross.
Either not great. We are here today to do a little wrap up of our recent visit to visit our friends Kovray. Why did I say visit so many times?
Visit.
We're here to do a wrap up on our recent visit to Kovray's house. We flew to Edmonton, which is in the middle of Canada, away from us.
Is it the middle?
I don't know, it's the prairies. It's the west then. It was about 5 hours worth of travel, like flying time. 3-hour time difference, which took us a little while to get adjusted to, and we are still readjusting back on the other end. And we went there for 10 whole days. And that's Tylor and Ilya from Kovray. If you haven't checked them out yet, I don't even know how many more times I can say it. Just go check them out. During this 10 days, we played a total of 62 different board games, 77 times. Now, the winners and losers of those games doesn't matter. So we're not going to talk about that. It definitely wasn't us. That's for sure. So I think what we're going to do for this video, just to give you kind of a brief general overview of our trip, we're going to tell you what the 62 games were that we played, and then we're each going to pick our top 5.
In no order, though.
In no order,
I don't want to list them that way.
Yeah, we don't want to list them. It's too hard. We're going to rapid fire the 62. Then we'll talk about our top 5.
So you're going to have to shut me up a bunch.
Definitely. And then we're going to talk about... And then we're going to talk about some of the things that we did with Tylor and Ilya when we were visiting. Sometimes people, you just got to power through it or else we'll keep doing it. Let's begin, shall we?
Yep. So
the 62 games that we played were The King of 12, Nacho Pile, Wayfarers of the South Tigris, The Hunger, Silver and Gold, Aqualin, Seven Wonders Duel, Claim, Fool, ! Groundhog Day, The Game, Shipshape, Paris, Mandala Stones, Hidden Leaders, Land vs. Sea, Mandala, which Jeff played with Ilya and does not recall.
I don't remember it at all. I don't remember anything about it. Nothing. I don't remember how the game plays. I don't remember the box art.
He doesn't even remember how it looks.
Anything of it.
We played a lot of games in a very short amount of time. Fox in the Forest Duet, Downtown Farmers Market, Cascadia, Yak. Wormholes, Topic, Veggies, Smile, Parade, Scout, Ahoy, Ripple Rush, which I love, Wild Style, Inhuman Conditions, Herbaceous, Hadrian's Wall, Calico, Botanic, Just One, Athenium, Mystic Library, Star Wars Villainous, Power of the Dark Side, Prehistories, Happy City, Ohanomy, Framework, Nova Luna, 10, Road to Canterbury, Sagani.
I was going to say, you missed Sagani.
Next Station London, Quinto, Deep Sea Adventure, Come Together, Delicious, Alice is Missing, Truffle Shuffle, Almost Innocent, Kanban EV, Kinfire Chronicles, Night's Falls, Kabuto Sumo, Circadian's Chaos Order, Wonderland's War, then Codal, Twilight Struggle, and Dead Reckoning.
You were kind of in a bit of a vibe, and I was feeling the vibe.
But then my mouth got full of saliva.
And then you were like,
okay, but I think that there was one more. The Whatnot Cabinet. 63 games and 78 plays. That was a game you, me, and Ilya played that morning before we left. The Whatnot Cabinet. We were putting things into our cabinet and whatnot. Remember? I was like, a turtle in my cabinet.
Yeah.
Anyways, 63 games.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Of those games, Jeffrey, do you know which are your top 5? And we'll talk a little bit about them. Probably not, eh? We didn't prepare for this at all. I'm going to need a pen, too.
I think there's one in that cup holder over there by your cup.
It's very far away. Okay, we should have prepared. I know pretty well. I have so many. I'm going to have to do an elimination.
Okay.
One moment. Definitely. Definitely. And a special mention. Okay, I think I've got it. By George, I think I've got it. These are our top 5 games that we played of the 78
in no order.
In no particular order, because we just made the list now, and that would be too much pressure.
I don't want to rank them.
And he doesn't want to rank them. Nope, ranking family.
Okay, my
Not
first
today.
honorable mention.
Oh, you have multiple honorable mentions.
No, like my first.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
Gotcha.
Pause. I paused.
Good. Yep.
My first honorable mention
Yes.
is Wayfarers of the South Tigris.
I didn't make your
Tigris.
5.
No, and I'll say why. It's tough compo. Tough competition. We played some
It would make the top 10 for sure.
Yeah. It's
obviously.
I played really good games, and I want to play it again.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first game, if anyone's played those like Garfield games, like Architects or Paladins, the first game you're playing, you really have no idea what you're doing.
Just figuring out the strat.
And that was kind of how I felt with Wayfarers.
Mm-hmm.
And then near the end, I was like, oh, okay, I'm starting to see a little bit of the things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to play it again to get like that full experience of like...
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, Wayfarers of the South Tigris is the first in the South Tigris trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm sure you're aware, there's the West Kingdom, the North Sea, and now it's South Tigris. And this one is a dice worker placement game all about exploration.
It's very good.
You're being a wayfarer, some might say. Very, very good. Okay, my honorable mention, and I'm making this as my honorable mention because it's technically not a board game, and that is Alice is Missing. So this is a full-on RPG game that you play completely silent through text. There's a young girl, Alice. She's gone missing, and everybody plays the role of somebody in her life. So I played her secret girlfriend, Jeff played her brother, Tyler played her best friend, and Ilya played a friend that had moved away. And it's just an experience unlike anything that I think we've ever had. It's so unique, and every time you play it, it would be different. I loved it. I want to play it again. I'd like to get it. Definitely an honorable mention, only because it's not technically a board game. Like it's not even in BGA. Did you know that?
BGG?
Yeah. It's not even in BGG. It's definitely not in BGA.
On BGA. I'm going to throw a quick other one out because we have a prototype copy of this, or had a prototype copy of this with Ilya and Tylor, and we only played it I wouldn't say briefly, but we didn't go too deep into it because it's a campaign-ish game. Yeah. So we wanted to be careful not to go too far into it because we're not going to be doing the campaign together, and that is Kinfire Chronicles. And Kinfire Chronicles is a new campaign, beautiful world game that's coming out from Incredible Dream Studios. So keep your eye on that. I believe it's hitting crowdfunding soon. We hope to do some content on the channel at some point in the future. You guys know I love campaign games. The artwork in it is incredible. I really like the gameplay. It's a very interactive game where campaign games, in my opinion, sometimes become like a slog to AP or just people taking a long time with their turns. You actually can like influence other people's turns and help them do things, and it's just a really engaging campaign-esque story. Yes. So Kinfire Chronicles is one to keep your eye on. We did a video with Kovray about 3 things that we all enjoy about the game, so I'll make sure to link that down below if you'd like to watch that and get everybody's opinions. Since you did 2 honorable mentions, I'm going to do a second honorable mention. I actually had a tie for my final 2, but that's fine. Are you doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo? I think I'm going to go with Star Wars Villainous. I didn't include it. I'll tell you why I didn't include it, because I just assume everyone would know that we would love that game. So I didn't keep it in. I would say it's a given to know that we would love a Villainous game, but we didn't love Marvel Villainous. So I guess it's not a given, but Star Wars Villainous we played for the first time and we loved it. I played as Moff Gideon, Jeff played as Kylo Ren, and I won. So it helps when you win to love a game. I didn't love what I had to do to Baby Yoda, but my deck had Baby Yoda in it, so I don't know. I really liked it. It had like an added element of ambition tokens and a vehicle, so it's almost like kind of a next level of base Villainous. And the theme just hits because it's Star Wars, and I had to play it more, but I might like it more than Disney. We may or may not be ordering it today, so. Jeffrey, you are number 5, please. Cool. My number 5 is just recently, I think, got delivered from Kickstarter, but it is now on Kickstarter again, and that is Dead Reckoning from AEG and Sir John D. Clare. The knight himself. He continues to hit those home runs. Dead Reckoning, it's like a card crafting system.
Card crafting.
And the map is kind of like this exploration of tiles. And these tiles can have islands on them. And basically you can play as like a pirate.
Yep.
Or you could play as like a commandeer. Is that the...
Commandeer, yeah, I think.
Something like that?
Privateer?
No, privateers were like legal pirates, basically. Right. Anyway.
You should know, we're from Halifax.
You can be good or bad in this game. You're just collecting resources, upgrading your crew with this card crafting system, and delivering goods back to your harbor, and trying to put coins into your little chest. And
oh yeah, the secret coins. That was my favorite.
Anyway, it's really good. I absolutely loved it. Check it out on crowdfunding if you haven't checked it out yet.
There.
Also, the saga expansions, I guess, add like this scenario element to the game, which we haven't dipped into yet. Dead Reckoning, I loved it.
I was very loopy when we were playing, and I went full pirate. I just attacked everyone because that's what pirates do. And it actually turned out not to be such a bad strategy because I'm pretty sure I came in second.
I don't remember.
My first one, I feel like we're going to have at least 1 or 2 crossovers, so I'll skip those for now.
Definitely.
My first one is going to be Downtown Farmers Market from Blue Orange. This is an adorable little tile placement objective-based game. You know we love King Domino.
I really liked this game. It was very good.
This game is great. So I say King Domino because it's the same publisher, but in this game, you're going to have a row and a column with objectives, and those are going to be like, you can only have eggs here, or you need to have exactly 11 vegetables here, or you have to have 3 corn and 2 milk here. So you have to match those up, and you have to try and score all of those objectives for each row, each column, and each row. And it's adorable, and it's fun, and it's drafting. There's a drafting element as well, but the food is going to go out in front of you, and I'm going to take one, and then Jeff's going to take one, and then Tyler and Ilya are going to take one, and then it'll switch the next player. So next time I'm taking the last one, and it's really, really difficult to get all of you. Did you get all of your objectives?
And I
it's
still
hard
lost.
to do, and he still lost.
Somehow.
Imagine that.
A little bit of hate drafty too.
Yeah.
In your rows and columns, if you say, like, I can't have eggs in this row or column, and you get left nothing but egg tiles...
That's just how the egg cracks sometimes.
That's how the egg cracks.
Do you like that joke?
No.
Pretty good. What?
Next one up for me is upcoming on crowdfunding, I believe, from Colossal Games. And that is Almost Innocent.
Okay, I'll add that too because that is also on my list. Almost Innocent, number 4.
This one shocks me because this isn't my type of game. It's a deduction game, of course, but think games like Awkward Guests, Mind Management, that sort of thing where you're trying to figure out a puzzle.
It's like a logic puzzle, like a Sudoku.
We will have a full video of this. This game prototype was kindly sent to us by Colossal Games, so you will see that upcoming on the channel. I absolutely loved it. It was crunchy enough, and for some reason, I liked the cooperative nature of it. You're trying to figure out your crime, your victim, how they did it.
Your offender, your scene, and your weapon? Evidence, your evidence.
Everyone answers for the person to their left.
Yeah, so Jeff knew all of my answers.
So I knew Jamie's clues.
I knew Ilya's clues.
Ilya knew Tyler's, and Tyler knew mine.
Yeah.
And then you would kind of have your own little puzzle in front of you, and you would try and figure out all of your information. I really, really enjoyed it.
Loved it. Yeah, we'll have a full video on it soon, so just stay tuned for that. My number 3 is going to be The Road to Canterbury.
I didn't play this
Jeff didn't actually get to play this one. So this game is not one that I ever thought would be something that I'd be interested in, just based on the box art.
You're not picking the ones I thought you would.
I've got how many did I actually pick? Did I 1, 2, 3,
I'm curious if you've
4, 5.
forgotten a couple.
I don't think.
Okay.
In this one, you're acting as a pardoner, and the townsfolk are all committing different types of sins, and you're, making them take sins, and as a pardoner, you might be like, well, I'll pardon your gluttony for a little bit of money. And you're eventually just going to be pardoning and doing all these things and traveling on the road to Canterbury, and whoever gets to the end of the road to Canterbury first with more sins pardoned or something like that, then they win. It is such a unique game.
I think I would like that.
I think you would love it. It's so unique the way the game plays and the theme. And it's really cheeky in the way that everything is written. And I don't know. I loved it. If you have a chance to check it out, I highly, highly recommend. We do not own a copy, but I would love to have a copy of this.
The next up for me from one of my favorite publishers.
I already know what it is.
Of all time. Might be my favorite publisher. Them and Awaken Realms are really battling back and forth. I like them both for such different reasons, though. Yeah. So I think it's like 1A and 1B. Ahoy.
That's on my list, too.
So Ahoy is upcoming from Leader Games. Some people were able to snag a copy at Gen Con, which is really cool. Happy for all of you that were able to do that.
Yeah.
All I will say is It's a bit of a combination between Fort and Root, where you do have asymmetrical player powers. However, in Ahoy, 2 players have somewhat similar asymmetrical abilities, and the other 2 have similar asymmetrical abilities. 2 people play as smugglers, which is basically a pick up and deliver game for them, and then the other 2 are playing an area control, again, kind of like commandeer, like trying to take control of certain islands and build strongholds, building out their influence. Their area control, and again, the smugglers are pick up and deliver. Super fun. Kyle Farron art, which is always incredible. If you like leader games, I highly recommend you checking it out. I do think it's light enough that it might allow people to start getting more into some of leader games'
100%.
heavier games like Vast or Root.
Yeah, great intro to asymmetrical powers.
100%.
Love it. I loved it. I don't know. We're big fans of leader games in general. We both love Vast. Jeff, obviously, Root's his favorite game of all time.
Yeah.
I love Fort. So Ahoy will have more content on it soon, but just know that it is definitely one that we were pretty much like, as soon as we set it up, we already loved it. Okay, what was that? Number 3? Right? 1, 2, 3. I've talked about 4.
I've only talked about 3.
We skip you?
Must have. All right, next up for me is a game that's been around, I think, for a little while, I believe.
I don't know what
It's got a new iteration of the game. It's on our shelf above me here. You can't see it. That is Kanban EV.
That almost made my list.
So it was our first ever Lacerda game. That's the one that's not on the list.
It was, but it was going to be an honorable mention, but I crossed it off.
Kanban EV is our first Lacerda game. We've never played one before, and we loved it. Kanban EV is a worker placement, but you only have one worker, and somehow it works. And you're taking these actions in order to basically build cars. You're building cars in this factory, so you're taking plans to build a car, getting car parts, moving the car from the factory floor out to the racetrack to do testing, and then from testing into your garage, basically.
Yeah, and you're getting certified all along the route, so Sandra doesn't get after you.
So you're getting more and more certified and better at building these cars because Sandra is ripping around, judging your cars, judging your abilities, judging your everything.
She's a hard ass.
And she's super punishing. I absolutely loved my first Lacerda. I loved Kanban. We then played it when we got home.
Yeah, at 2-player.
At 2-player, and it's just as good. Jamie's also very good at Kanban.
I'm very good at work.
She crushed me.
Which is what I told you. So then we should each have one left.
I think it's the
same.
same.
And it should be Wonderland's War.
It is.
Okay. Our number 1, or like I said, they're not ranked, but although I do think that I would put this at number 1, is... Oh, look at that. We've got it right here. Wonderland's War. We've heard, obviously, everybody's been getting this game recently because the Kickstarter just fulfilled, and I've been dying to play it.
Thank goodness we bought it.
Oh my, yeah, we had to get it from the vault. So we missed the Kickstarter.
We almost didn't buy it.
And we got super lucky. We got the deluxe edition, and the production is insane. It is so highly overproduced that I'm obsessed with it.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I know a lot of people have been describing this as battle quacks, like Quacks of Quedlinburg with a battle element, and it really is. So like you're going around, you're picking cards to add different of your meeples onto different lands, and then you're doing a battle sequence where you're like pulling chips out of a bag, and then you're fighting each other, and it is just so much fun. The theme is amazing. The production is amazing. The gameplay is amazing. I freaking loved every second of it.
The battle track's really cool. You're basically loading up your bag, just like in Quacks, with more and more powerful chips. During a battle in those lands that Jamie mentioned, you have a battle track. And there's some inherent strength that you'll start your battle with depending on your figures that are out on the board. But then you start pulling out chips. And those chips will have numbers on them, and you're moving up the battle track.
Yes.
Everyone gets to watch as this happens, and it's like, and then the other two people get to bid.
Oh, that's
So if you're not involved in the battle, you can get to bid on who you think the winner is going to be.
Yeah.
And bad things happen if you get it wrong, and good things happen if you get it right. It was so cool to see that battle action, and everyone was involved in it.
Yeah, it was.
I think
just
it was
so
a really interesting mechanic to add the bidding element.
Yeah.
So that the people not in the battle didn't just sit back and be like, I don't care about that.
It was incredible. I loved it. I can't wait to play it
And
again.
in typical Jeff Quacks of Quedlinburg fashion, I had a bag full of awesome chips. And I think I pulled out the negative.
Cherry bombs.
The cherry bombs. And there was only like 3 in my bag. And I'd yank them out.
So those were the top 5, plus obviously honorable mentions, because we can never stick to a specific number. And then just to talk about some of the other fun things we did. So obviously we had 10 full days of gaming. And really, like, we love Ilya and Tylor. We spend pretty much all of our time at conventions with them at this point. We wanted to both kind of balance out playing some games with doing some other fun stuff.
Yeah, because we're going to see them at PAX.
We're going to see them again at PAX, and then someday they're going to come visit us at our new house, and we're going to do it all over again. But we went to go see a movie. We saw Nope, which obviously, we won't say anything about it because obviously it's twisty, but it was a movie.
It was a thinker.
It was a thinker.
I still think about it.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about it.
It left an impression for sure.
A week later.
We went golfing. We went to a blindfolded dinner, which was very interesting. Mine was I got vegan because I have some food phobias and stuff when it comes to meat. And then when it came to dessert time, I realized very quickly that I wasn't going to be getting anything like chocolate cake.
I got the vegan dessert.
So that was just a really unique and interesting experience.
Went to the West Edmonton Mall.
We went to the West Edmonton Mall. There's a pirate ship in there. There's a wave pool. There's go-karting. There's an ice rink. There's an amusement park.
It's massive.
It's massive. We only probably saw like a third of it.
I don't even know.
That was crazy to actually go there. And we went to this lovely little board game store called Mission Fun and Games, also boardgames.ca.
That was one of the best board game stores I've ever seen.
Did we have to buy a suitcase?
Yes.
Yes.
Did we have to fill that suitcase with board games?
Also, yes.
Yes.
We bought a big haul of board games. We bought a suitcase at the West Edmonton Mall, and then we filled it with those games, and we were like,
I don't know if you guys know this about us.
There's more space.
But we buy a lot of board games.
It's all that we spend our money on.
It's the only thing we do.
Yeah. We're building a collection. Don't worry about it. We will have another haul coming soon because every time I think that, we won't have a haul for a while, I go and surprise us again. Anyway, that didn't make any sense.
In general, we just had a really good time. I mean, we spent a ton of time just sitting around chatting, having coffee, having some good meals, ordering food in, just hanging out, playing with the dogs.
I want to talk about the Pokemon Cafe
playing with Swanson.
Swanson's a cat named after Ron.
Swanson. I miss him.
Yeah. He used to come. He would come in and give us cuddles every morning. Yeah. We went to a Pokemon Cafe. And I just wanted to swirl. I'll put all the information below, but it just opened in Edmonton. It was super, super cute. I got a chai mander latte. Jeff got a Gengar training drink. It was like grape soda and lavender. It was
delicious, yeah.
And then they had some Pokemon plushies, and there may have been a game that we bought there even that you'll see in that haul, and they had a little board game like library that you could play.
Yeah, if you live in the Edmonton area, please go check them out. It was a really cute cafe, and I want them to succeed. They deserve it.
They do ice cream and cafe.
Thank you to Ilya and Tylor for having us for that long.
Yeah, it was a blast.
We love you both very much. Can't wait to see you again.
We can't wait to do it all again. Yeah. Anyways, that is a wrap up of our trip and 62 games in 10 days. 63 games. So just know that of that list of 63 games, some of those are going to show up in Board Game Snapshots. Some will show up in our wrap up. So we will get into
the nitty-gritty on some of them.
We'll get into talking more about them in future videos. Now, if you're interested in buying board games like any of the 63 that we mentioned today, you should first start by checking your friendly local gaming store. And for us, that is
Boardroom Game Cafe.
Yes, it is. That's all we have. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see,
please subscribe.
We hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Later days.
You have to send me all your vlog videos.
We're at Costco.
Vargas. Oh, fuck.
Vargas. We're at Costco.
A 1.
I'm very certain I'm gonna bust because
He's just gonna keep going.
Can't stop, won't stop. This game is never
You
gonna
busted?
end. Now you can steal the bad movie.
You're stopping at 2?
Yeah, because he gets to steal all the other ones back. This guy only. If you went to 4, look at your chip pile. 7. Even Jeff cut
Wow,
off 2.
how am I not?
Oh, I thought that was another 7 because it was the same color.
2.
May as well go for 1
Go
more.
for 4. Ooh. I'm happy with whatever game.
You're a liar.
I am not.
Jeff, what are you doing?
I'm trying to pick a game, and I've picked 5 games, and Ilya said poo-poo to all of them.
I said I like them, and he thinks it's a negative.
This was his reaction. Star Wars Villainous. I just picked that one after 4 other games, and he goes, "Oh, okay."
I said that's a good one. You said, "Oh, that's a good one."
Oh, what did you do? Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Just pick a game and I'll show you enthusiasm.
No, you're fake enthusiasm.
Lots
Not
of
welcome here.
choices.
All right, too many bones.
Did you buy it? Yeah, I know.
What does it say? Chimander latte. I'm actually having a good time.
I'm like, are you just gonna take B-roll during your turn? That's fine. You're gonna play the card.
So then that
So
goes.
Jeff's the fool.
And then you get
Yes.
You're a fool.
And I get to start.
so strange.
Jeffrey, are you winning?
No,
Oh,
never.
I can't do something.
Look, you've got like a grandma sleeve. Wrapped in the old fart blanket.
Borat, Jimmy, you're such a good writer.
Well, this is just B-roll, but there.
This is vlog material. You should have vlogged this meow meow meowing. No, he's never gonna do it. He's gonna shuffle forever. We'll be here till 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What?
Meow.
Meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow.
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 Meow. Meow. Meow. Meow. Meow.
You're not even saying meow, Jamie. You go meow, meow, meow.
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 Where'd the
Jamie wasn't
cat
even
go?
saying meow. She was like, meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
He needs 2 more cards, and they have to be moved to the bottom,
And I
right?
need 6 of these. And in order to get some of those
Ilya
cards,
also needs that.
I need to pay those things. I didn't. Fishow! Nobody could see where that possibly went.
Jamie, I'm worried Jamie's gonna knock her drink on me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so weird. Wait, you just gave me the whole. Did you eat the beef? Yeah. This makes me uncomfortable.
Oh my god, you actually are like right at unicorn.
You caught me smiling. What am I?
Mermaid.
Nice.
Does that mean I'm a tiefling? Tiefling. No, I'm a half elf. I'm just a wee half elf. Oh look, Wonderland's War.
What?
My elbow.
Energies in the area you strike at your enemies. 2 damage.
No.
I don't have any boosts. Flames trailing after it. With a tremendous crack, it strikes his enemy before reversing course and returning to his hand.
And then I'll pay 3 less for the auxiliary, so I'll pay 2 to upgrade
Me?
her.
Okay. Oh, Jeff, you gotta put a cube on it.
She doesn't know what's going on. Easy.
And what is an advance?
You pirate?
Copy another
The
advance.
advance is the
I'll
thing
get her a hat.
that's on it right now, like the extra line. So the line that your character gives you is not an advance. The line that is an addition
Good
to it,
job.
this thing.
Oh, so I'm gonna do that.
Sneak peek at my money.
So there's one more barrel.
What's the
There it
two
is.
cubes?
Which my thing?